Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question comes to us straight out of the Judge Vault, and it was requested by viewer Goose. Amy exiles Nick's Grizzly Bears with a Fiend Hunter. Then Nick uses Flicker to exile Fiend Hunter and return it to play. Obviously, exiling Amy's creature will bring Nick's Grizzly Bears back. Is it possible to exile this same Grizzly Bears again with the Fiend Hunter's ETB ability? Okay, so to answer this, let's go through exactly what happens step by step. The Flicker exiles Amy's creature, which causes its Leaves the Battlefield ability to trigger. After that, the Flicker returns the Fiend Hunter to the battlefield, causing its ETB ability to trigger. Remember, triggered abilities do not do anything when they trigger. They wait until after all the steps in the resolution of Flicker have been completed before they are able to go onto the stack. Check out my video on Flicker plus Thought-Knot Seer for more info on how this works. Amy will have the choice of what order to put these triggered abilities on the stack because she controls both of them. Obviously, there's no way that she can re-exile the Grizzly Bears if she stacks the ability such that the exiling ability happens before the returning to the battlefield ability. But it turns out that going the other way isn't going to work any better for her. That's because you need to choose the target of a triggered ability as part of the process of putting it onto the stack. Since both these abilities are put on the stack at the same time, there's no way that Amy can defer choosing a target until the point where the Grizzly Bears has been returned to the battlefield. That means Nick's Flicker will return his Grizzly Bears, and Amy cannot re-exile it. Now, if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you probably know that there's another template Wizards has started using for cards with this sort of effect. So let's consider whether changing from a Fiend Hunter to a Fairgrounds Warden would change the answer to this question. Like before, we'll go through exactly what officially happens in the game, step by step. First, Flicker exiles Fairgrounds Warden. Unlike what we saw before, Fairgrounds Warden does not have a separate triggered ability that brings the exiled creature back. Rather, that creature is exiled until Fairground Warden leaves the battlefield. Well, guess what? Fairground Warden has left the battlefield. This means that the Grizzly Bears returns to the battlefield right then, in the middle of the resolution of the Flicker spell. This isn't a separate triggered ability doing this, so there's no reason to wait for abilities to go on the stack or anything like that. So anyway, after that, the Fairgrounds Warden returns to the battlefield. Now this causes its ETB ability to trigger. Like before, the Flicker goes to the graveyard, and then the ETB ability is able to go onto the stack. Except this time, the Grizzly Bears is on the battlefield, so it would in fact be legal to choose that as the creature that gets exiled. I think most people would agree that this is a more sensible result than what we had with the Fiend Hunter example, which is one big reason why WotC has moved to this sort of template for this kind of effect. I talked about the other major reason in my video comparing Banishing Light to Oblivion Ring, so you can check that out if you're interested in learning more. That's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling. Until then, I hope you have a great day.